Welcome back friends. Today we are going to solve LintCode problem 651 binary tree vertical order traversal. So let's go through what the problem is and then we will discuss how we are going to implement it. So given a binary tree, return vertical order traversal of its node values from top to bottom, column by column. So they have given us a binary tree and we have to return vertical order traversal, right? This question is asked in Facebook as well as Google, as you can see in the tags. So this is a kind of an important question to understand, I think, and practice if you are interviewing for Java J2E positions. For a coding interviews, you should try these kind of problems. I think this is of medium complexity. So let's take one of the tree here that is given to us. So let's take this example too, right? So let's just take this example over here. So I just created a tree from that example that is given to us, right? So this is the input that is given to us and output is this one, right? So uh, so actually we have to basically let me just take this output, right? So I can tell you like and easily here. So let me just copy this thing here for you guys quickly, right? Okay, so this is the output. So if you look at this binary tree, if you look at the vertical, if you can just imagine that there are vertical columns like this in the tree. So this is one column, right? This is another column which is going through 9. Then one column is going through the root, right? So this is one column. So now this column goes like this. So now I am just putting these two nodes apart, right? But they are kind of 0 is on the front side and 1 is on the back side, you can imagine, but those are on the same line of the vertical column, right? But to show you, like I just put it like this, right? Then this is another column you can imagine and this is another last column you can imagine. So we have to do vertical order traversal as you can see from the output, right? So we have to start from the leftmost node and we have to go to right? From left to right we will go. So 4 is here, so 4 will come first, right? Because 4 is the one that is there first. Then 9 will come, right? After 4, 9 will come in the vertical order traversal. And after that there are three nodes in this column, 3, 0 and 1, right? So as you can see, 3, 0 and 1 came here. So in this column, and this one is the column where 8 is there, so 8 will come in this column. And in the last column here 7 is there, so 7 will come in the last column, right? So this is the way actually the uh, vertical order traversal works, right? So let's just discuss how we are going to solve this question, right? So um, let me just backtrack this because I can explain you again with the same tree. So now what we will do is we will take two queues, right? We are going to solve this problem by using BFS approach, right? Breadth first traversal we will use, or breadth first search approach, basically, where we will use queues, right? In this, so we will take two queue. One queue will be holding, like as I will be discussing the approach, I'll also see you like show you the solution so you will know. One two queues we will create, right? One is queue and one is vertical column queue. So one, let's say one is our queue and one is vertical column queue, right? Vertical column queue is another queue, let's say we have. So what we will do is we will start putting the first root element, right, into the queue basically. So when we are putting element, we will put the value 3 into the queue here, and we will put is vertical column position basically, right? Vertical column position for 3 we will start with 0. So this is the 0th position, and as we go left we will decrement the value of that position, right? So it becomes -1 here. As we go right we will increment it by 1. When we go left we will decrement it by 1. So when we reach this 0, then this one is minus 1 plus 1, it becomes 0 again for 0, right? And when we go left of 9, then it is minus 1 minus 1, means minus 2 will be the position of the column right here. So similarly, as per our logic, we will go right, so we will increment it by 1. So for 8 it becomes 1 column value. When we go right again, for 7 it becomes 2, right? The column value becomes 2 here. And when we are going left from here, from 8, then it becomes 1 minus 1, which is 0 for the root for the node 1, right? So this is 0 for node 1, 0 for node 0, and 0 for node 3. So this is the logic we are going to use. So let's just walk through one this tree example, so I can explain you how the breadth first traverser will work for this example. So later we can look into the code implementation in details. So first we are going to be seeing the root node 3, right? 3. So for this node 3, we will put the value 3 here in the queue, and for vertical column queue, we will point the column position 0, right? So we put column position 0. Then we always go left and right, right? So first we will go left here, left we are going. So we are here at node 9. So at the same time, what we will do is we will put a map, right? A map will hold vertical column, and it will hold a list of the nodes that are occurring in for that column. Okay, so let me just put a map here, so you can visualize how the map will be populating over the time. So we have seen one node with uh, vertical position 0, right? So we'll just create 0, and for that 0th position we will create a list. Now as we have seen 3, we will just add 3 into the list, right, into this map. Okay, now we are seeing other node as 9 here, right? 9. So we will put that 9 node here in the queue, and at the same time we will put minus 1 for the position of the node in the queue, right? Minus 1. So minus 1 will be again now created into our map, and 9 will be created as the node into the map, right? So list will have 9 right now. So as you know, in the BFS, when we take out the 3 from the queue, right? When we take out the 3, we put left child and right child basically, right? That is the approach basically. So left child we put 9 now, and now right child we have to put. So right child of 3 is 8, right? 8. So now for 8, vertical positioning will be 1, right? So we have said that vertical positioning will be 8, and the node will be node will be 8, and vertical positioning will be 1 for that. Here we don't have any vertical like one entry in the map, so we will create one entry with a list, and we will add 8 into that list, right? So that is what our map will contain now. Now after that, in the next iteration of the binary, like of the BFS, right, breadth first search, we will take 9 out and 8 out, right, from the queue, because now in the queue 9 will be there. So let me just change the color. So next time we will take now 9 out, and we will put when we are taking 9 out here, then we will have to go left of 9, so we will go here, right? So we will go here. Left of 9 means we are here now. 4. So we will put 4 here into the queue, and we will put minus 2, which is our vertical positioning, right, for node 4. So minus 2 we put here. Same time we will make an entry here into the map for minus 2. So for minus 2, let's just add an entry here, and minus 2 entry will have 4 here now, right? Okay, 4 here, and this will be added into our list. And we will, after that we will go to the right, and we will have 0 here, and 0 we will put into queue, and the positioning for 0 is also 0. So 0 0 we put here. So now we will go into our hash map. We already have a list, so we will just add our 0 into our list, right? Here we are adding 0 basically. Now we have taken 9 out, we put their left and right child. Now we will take 8 out from the queue, right? So once we take 8 out, again we have to put its left child, which is 1 here. So 1 is having vertical positioning 0. So we will put 1 here and its vertical positioning is 0, right? So we will go to our map with a vertical positioning 0 element, we will put 1 here, right? Entry, we will add 1 entry here, the node 1 we will add here for 0, and we will go on to the right side here. Now we are at 7, 7 is at vertical positioning 2, so I'll just write down here because it's kind of getting filled. So 7 will be the entry, right? And vertical positioning for 7 is 2, right? So we have to create now another entry into the map. So I'll just write down the here the map right from here because it's kind of filling, right? I cannot write anything there, so I'll just write down here. So 2, and the entry for 2 here will be 7, right? 7 in the list, basically you can say 7. So at this time, now we are done with node 8. Now we will pull 4 out from this in the next iteration of the BFS, right? 4 came out and it is -2, so we go to -2. 4 is already -2. Yeah, we already added 4 here, right? So means when I was explaining, we already added 4 here. Now for 0, 0 is there, we already added 0 also, and for 1, 0, 1, 0 we have to add here, right? So for 1, the vertical positioning is 0, so 0 we already added 1 here actually, and now only thing we did not add is 7, right? 7 is vertical positioning 2, so 2 positioning here we have added that also here, right? So this is our map. So now our map is already filled and our BFS is also complete, right? Because we have taken out all the nodes actually. Now as you can see, right, all the nodes we have visited and we have taken out. So now as you can see, this is our map. So what we have to do is we have to just take, basically at that time we have to just take map dot values, right? So all the values we have to take, and the values will come from -2, it will go like this: -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. That's how the uh, when we do map dot values, that's how the map values will come out. So when we are so this map that I showed you is this map actually over here, right? So you can see how the map will look like internally, right? -2 is associated with 4 as here, right? -2, 4, then -1 is with 9, um, -1 is with 9 here, -1 is with 9, then 0 has 3 entries, 3, 0, 1, 0 has 3 entries, 3, 0, 1, right? Then 1 has 1 entry, 8, 1 has 1 entry, 8 here, and 2 has 1 entry, 7 here, 2 has 1 entry, 7 here, right? As you can see. So this map, as I explained you from this example, is this map that got populated. So we have to, when we just say map dot values, then we get the output that we are looking for, right? This is what comes out as a values, because it will take values from this map, right? 4 will come, then this 9 will come. As you can see, 4 will come here, then 9 will come from values, then this value will be coming from next value, and this 8 will come next here, and then 7 will come next here, right? So that is what the output we want to show actually, right? So that is what that is how we can solve binary tree vertical order traversal. We will need 2 queues and 1 map. 1 queue we will just hold the tree node values, right? Like 3 value we will add into this queue, and we will add the vertical ordering position 0 basically into other queue, right? Corresponding. So 3 has a corresponding this entry, 9 has a corresponding this entry into the vertical queue, 8 has this entry into the vertical queue. So when we are pulling out any value, then we will pull both values basically simultaneously, right? So 3 and 0, 9 and -1, 8 and 1. So all the means when we are pulling, we are basically pulling these both values simultaneously from the both queues, right? So like this, then 3, 1, then 9 -1, like this we will be pulling out. So let me show you now. This is the way it works. So let me show you the implementation so you will know uh, the details of implementation. But it's So first thing is we create the list of integer as a result, because that is what we have to return, right, as the result of the function. And first we will check if root is null, then we will just return a empty that list of integer, right, in that case. Otherwise we are creating two queues and one map. So as you can see, this is the first queue which will hold the tree node, means which will hold the nodes itself, and this is the vertical column queue which is holding the position, right, like the position, as I said, like 0, -1, -2, that's what it holds. And first we will start offering root and position 0, right, this is the root 3 and position 0. We will start offering this into the queue, and vertical position will have 0. Now while queue is not empty, basically this is where our BFS start, right, this is the BFS that we are BFS starts here in a loop, right. And then we will just pull out from the queue, we will pull out the tree node which is current node, and we will pull out its vertical positioning, right, the column that we have. So for the first one it will pull out this 3 node and 0. Okay, and then it will check into our map. So if the map has a doesn't contain that column, right, then it will create a empty list into the map, right. Because we have to use that list, we will keep adding into this list actually for the column values, right. Now when we say when you can see right here that when we are doing map.get of the column, then we will get that empty list in the beginning, and we will keep adding the current dot value here, right. So that's how we will be using it. And then as the normal BFS work, we go left and then we go right. When we go left, we will just add the current, like, left node into the queue, and left node's vertical positioning we are adding. So how we are adding, we are just using -1, right, of the current positioning, like 0. Then when we are going left, we are adding -1, means we are doing -1. So 0 -1 is -1. And when you are going right, then you are adding 1 into 0, so it is 0 plus 1 is 1, right. So that's how it is working. So next time here we are adding the right node, and we are adding its vertical column positioning as the current positioning plus 1 here, right. So that's how it is. So plus 1 here is 1. When you are again going right from 8 to 7, then you will add plus 1 to 1, so 1 plus 1 becomes 2, like that. So it will keep looping, and it will do the BFS on all the nodes as I explained. So 3 0, it will 3 will come out first, then it will add its left and right 9 and 8, then 9 and 8 will come out, then 9's left and right 4 0 it will add, and 8 its left and right means 1 7 it will add, right, this 1 and this 7 basically. So this is how the BFS works. And at the end, I'm just printing this map to show you actually how the map look like, right. This is the map that is actually come out of our this example, right. And when you just do the values, then you will just get all these lists values actually inside a list, right. And then you will just say result that dot add all. So whatever list you get, you will just add all those lists here, and you will just return the result, right. So that's how the BFS works, and that's how you can solve the vertical ordering problem here of the binary tree, right. So let's take some example here. So 3 9, so this is the one example that we were looking at here. So I'll just show you that map, and then we can actually remove that statement. So as you have seen here, the output that we are getting and the expected output both are matching, and this is our map that I wanted to show you. So as you can see, this is the tree. So -2 is 4, so -2 is 4, then 9 is -1 is 9, right, -1 is 9, then this 3 0 and 1 is all position 0 basically. So that's why you are seeing 3 0 and 1 here at position 0. Then when you go to 1, position 1 you get 8, and position 2 you get 7, right. So that is how the map will look like internally. So let me just now comment this part out, and we can submit our solution. So our solution got accepted by LintCode, right. So this is the way you can implement uh, the vertical ordering traversal of a binary tree, right. um, so you have to use a BFS BFS is very easy to use, and easy to, like, very intuitive to understand also, as I explained through this example. So please try out this example. This question is asked at Facebook and Google, so it is an important question to understand the concept of BFS. Please practice this, and also check out my playlist. I have created a playlist with solutions for lead code problems. So it has over like 70-80 solved problems explained with the examples in detail, as well as some other interview related material for Java J2E. So if you are applying for interviews, then this will help you. Thanks for watching the video.